And here we are. Hey there, party people. We're fucking live. You can see us, you can hear us. If you did your math right, you might be able to smell us.
Oh, the horrors.
That's a good idea today. Glad I just showered.
Uh-huh.
Mm-mm-mm.
There we go.
Well, yeah, so welcome to the Notorious DMG, where a lot of long-term GMs like to play games, or run games for other GMs so that we get a chance to be players. And I'm in the hot seat tonight doing Shadowrun using the Cortex system. So I'm Bert. I host and primary GM for a little show called Of Steam, Steel, and Murder. Find us at bluemagic.com, BLUMAGIK. Chuck, why don't tell us, go ahead and plug, tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight.
Oh my gosh. All right. So my name's Chuck. I run the Notorious. No, I don't. I run Defenders of Cobalt. I always have that problem. I get the show names wrong. Defenders of Cobalt, we're a live stream Twitch thing. We do Astonishing Swordsman, Source of Hyperborea, DCC, MCC, Dark Trails, Zweihander, regrettably 5th edition. Lots of stuff. You can also find us every other Friday over on twitch.tv/ZweihanderRPG. You can find some of us Mondays over on the Lollygaggers with Jeff for Vesson. You can find some of us Tuesdays over on Grim and Perilous Plays as Matt runs us through some aliens. And starting this Saturday, I can't announce the name of it yet because the company hasn't put out the official announcement, but Defenders of Cobalt are going to be in a new and exciting place. So look forward to that. And then also, I do want to point out we have a zine for sale. Dan Dies in the End, issue 1, on sale for 50 cents. And if you just hit ! Zine in the chat, it'll give you a link.
Oh.
So yeah, check out our zine. It's great. Brendan did the art. Jeff, Christopher, and I did writing in it. Jen did the layout. It was a group project, and it's fucking amazing. And tonight I'm playing Ivan, our Slavic mage. Does fire stuff and has some detection stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Nice. Yes, and definitely throw some cred their way. It's a great, excellent magazine. If anybody is itch.io fans as well.
It's also there. Yes.
Christopher.
And that's the whole stream, folks. Chuck, the whole thing, pitching his stuff. I'm Christopher from Two Old Guys Games. We also have some stuff on Drive-Thru RPG, including Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden, which is a truly metal adventure. Actually, a couple of people in chat have already played through it. Boffrin was in the con session I did this week. And we have Sinking the Stercorarius, which is a nautical-themed funnel for DCC. Comes in at a hefty, what did it was, 38 pages or something. And then with the expansion pack, it comes up to like 92 pages of content there on Drive-Thru RPG as well. And I am playing an elf rigger named Gregorius. He goes by Techno-G because his family is all organic farmers of something or other. Out in the suburbs, and he takes care of all the tech problems that we run into.
Very nice. Throw some more credits that way. Just throw all your credits at the screen right now. We'll take them all. Well spent. Jeff.
So I run Adventures in Lollygagging. We've got our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/thelollygaggers. Like Chuck said, we play Vesson on Mondays. We play some Electric Bastion Land and some Mutineer Zero on the weekends. We played Heart. We've got a podcast for Zweihander that drops every Monday as well. Just look for Adventures in Lollygagging. And every Thursday on twitch.tv/ZweihanderRPG, we play more Zweihander. So you can check us out there. So I am playing Gant 2, Prabella, who is a dwarven street samurai. I like to think of him as having limbs of chrome and a heart of gold. That's my tagline. He is smarter than he looks, but he's not that smart. He made friends and he's afraid that he might lose those friends because we kind of screwed up last time, Chuck and I, as we were wandering throughout the sewer.
We got you covered.
Okay. But yeah, Gantu, he's pretty fun. Yep.
Don't forget, he's a proud owner of 2 drum sets.
Yes, and he has like the van now with the laundry service. So,
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm just
I forgot to tell you,
friends
I
and content.
painted that up for you. Anto's magnificent cleaning.
There we go. I have so many legitimate courses of like monetary acquisition after this goes haywire.
What kind of runner is this guy?
Go legit. I mean, look at that.
Exactly.
Friendin.
I am with Defenders of Kobold as well. My name is Friendin. I draw stuff for tabletop RPGs, and after all of these introductions, I feel very zine right now. I feel very zine. I'm playing. I'm playing Falknar, who's an orc. He's a shaman whose totem is a nice rat mask. He kind of manipulates people in trash and city urban things. His big thing is kind of detecting magic, using clairvoyance, just kind of being sneaky. Pretty much everybody else hits things real hard and kind of runs away real fast. So that's my role here.
All right, so we are picking up our Shadowrun adventure mid-course. This is the 3rd session of this particular adventure we've been on. Before I ask what you remember of the last adventure, let's take a look at the board. The Doom Pool is, for you guys, very nice shape with no extra dice for me to throw at you yet, so roll all the ones you want. I'll just grab
We'll
those.
oblige, I'm sure.
Your threat clock is relatively low. There were a few things that brought some suspicion from authorities, but very low indeed. So what happened last time?
That is a wonderful question. As I sat here, not entirely sure.
My notes say that Falk and I, Techno-G, went in for a book consult in hopes of trying to get access to the Sylvan Institute systems. That didn't really go as planned, but Falk had our back and went back in at great peril to his own person and sorted everything out. We got a bunch of stuff done, including deleting the footage from the sewer, getting all the financial records for the company, the security, and everybody else that works in that building. And we believe we now have Aaron the Scribe's home address, and that is where Sylvia Green is with him, and that is where that physical copy of the book we need to destroy is. Oh, and we managed to destroy all the digitals.
Just a small edit to what you remembered there is you found out that Sylvia Green is his editor of choice and is likely the person in possession of his manuscript. Mm-hmm. You have her address. Elon's address you do not have.
Oh, all right.
That sounds more close to what I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Other things.
Notes here.
We went to where I can't remember the name of the laundry service, but there was a laundry service, and we went there. And inside, Gantu stole a van all by himself.
I didn't want to steal your thunder there,
It
Jeff.
was literally the proudest moment of his life.
That was very impressive.
And then that time he had a home run in T-ball. It's like those two things.
You made another friend in the security division.
I did. I applied for yet another job.
Yes.
And then like already has been alluded to, Chuck and I, we went into the sewer and we heard the sound of like rats or something like that, and we got tricked because it was just like
it was a trap.
It was not
device.
A T-Ratsk.
And we got caught.
If you had the zine.
Yeah. But Techno-G bailed us out, so we're all good. Yeah.
Nice, yes, and you were able to disable the GPS system, so you've got a clean van.
Yeah, in uniforms and some chemicals and things like that.
What I'm catching is that Jeff's character eventually is just going to abandon this life and go straight. Like everything is pointing towards
I really feel like he's way more wholesome than I thought he was ever going to be.
Your application's going to go through and you're going to get that cleaner's job?
Well, not my intention with this character.
Did change his ID number by 1 digit.
That's right.
That second gig application.
They'll never figure that out.
All right, anyone else?
I got 2 cups of coffee last time, which I'm very proud of.
Real coffee.
Yes, real
not
coffee.
that soy stuff. No. Yeah, good deal. You have also successfully completed part 1 of what you're being paid to do. You stuck in the virus load that if your contact is correct, it should have gone through and erased all digital copies of the manuscript from the servers here and anywhere else that these servers might be connected to. So the second phase is to destroy the manuscript.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and now I feel like we're a little bit pressed for time, because if they notice that digital copy is missing, we should probably.
Well, yeah. So about that, in 2 days, Sylvia Green returns to the agency. Now, from the data you were able to collect, she is the sole and preferred editor to Elon the Scribe. So you've got at least 2 days before anyone figures anything out.
So we kill her.
We kill her book. We kill the book on her person.
Like there's a bonus writing on. No collateral damage.
So I remember us discussing the potentiality of using that financial data to, now that we have her home address, to go there and scope it out as a next step in the next 2 days. And that makes sense to me.
Because we have time before like the actual end of the week. So.
You do a little research on that, and you find out that as most people, given her income level, she does have private security for the area that she lives in, and it's Nidoron, it's top levels, which includes both physical and magical security. You did find that out as well.
Nidoron? Like Nider.
So we'll pick it up there. You guys have done your research. You had some thoughts of checking out her place. There was also some, just to throw it out because it's been a month since we played last, the conjecture of where the physical manuscript might be. So, thinking that Sylvia has it in her residence is not, a bad thought. She may have it on her, but the person that sent you on the mission told you it would be in the building.
That is
stolen
true.
information. So he may have had bad data. I mean, you don't know. It is whether or not you trust him.
Right. If we get close to her home, I could use clairvoyance to look into her personal belongings, her room, her study, once I track that down, and potentially see if it looks like there's a book in plain sight.
That's a good idea. I don't have any detection spells that'll hit that, so
Okay.
I can't help figure out if she's got any magical protections in place, but given her security company, safe to assume that's true.
Find out first, is check out the security, see if it's safe for one of us to start scrying into her house.
Yeah, I think last time we ran up against these guys was the tower.
Yes, the tower where your Johnson for this mission, Mr. Morlock, JP Morlock, resides, had Nidoron security. You didn't do anything to cause an issue with that, but
because we realized that we were probably outgunned on that one.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's not the case this time. But if anything, we can always try to hack into her internal systems too, or maybe some type of camera system or something in the house for security. But going to be dangerous, I bet.
Yeah.
It's been pretty easy on us lately, so.
Well, it sounds like we have a couple vectors of potentially finding some of that information out, and they all start at her home.
Yeah, let's go to her house.
Seems like.
all right. So, what vehicle are you taking?
The van.
Well,
Right?
We probably shouldn't take the one that I just stole, because that's always. I think that's our backup, right? If we have to
We have
physically go in, I think that's our backup.
yeah. We have
So
the
your
rental
choice
car.
is the smart one. I want the bitchin' van with the paint job on it. So
Well,
I get it.
Techno G, your van has all the gear we're going to need in it.
My
Yeah,
van has all the
yeah.
gear. We still have the rental car as well. The
Okay.
sedan. So, I mean, mine stands out a little bit, considering there's like vulgar orcish graffiti all over the sides.
And it is a nice neighborhood that has
Yeah.
paid patrol. Now, your rental car is a nice sedan.
Yeah,
And
let's
we
take that.
disabled that GPS. So I think we should take
We
that.
did.
I could probably grab some gear and take it with me, like the drones and stuff. But
Yeah.
Okay. So transfer minimal amount of gear to the sedan and go that route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. None of you are trolls, so there's no issue of all of you fitting into the sedan. Techno G, you've got your drones in the trunk. The trunk.
Yeah.
It's a nice vehicle. So you've got remote control to open the trunk lid, close it, that sort of thing from inside. It's actually jacked, so if you wanted to rig into it, you could drive it with your brain.
I would definitely
if you
do
wanted
that.
to.
I got the vehicle control rig, so
Okay, you got the rig.
Yep.
Really good. That actually gives you lots of modifiers as you're tapping into its surveillance systems.
Oh, good.
All right, so you go. So Techno G you don't technically have to be behind the wheel. You could be anywhere in the car you wanted to be. So just who's in the front two seats?
I would vote for Gantu and I.
Okay, sounds good. You clean up well enough. Gantu, well,
I mean, I have the face a mother can love. So.
Right. Well, I was just thinking if we get into a fight, Gantu and I think, Techno G can run the drones from anywhere.
Right.
yeah.
But Gantu and I
throw it
can
out
do
in back seat.
okay,
we can
very
do the
good.
most damage.
You planned all night, so you catch a bit of sleep, and you head out early morning, mid-afternoon. How do you want to time this?
We're pressed for time. I would vote early morning.
Early morning. So you're going uptown. Most folks that live in this area are corporate, so they would be going to work around this time, when leaving a
Good.
lot of the buildings, without mostly empty, unless they have families there. I have nothing in the doom pool, so I can't I can't throw something in your direction here for a cop stop. So yes, you get to the neighborhood. The neighborhood is not exclusively elven, but you kind of get the idea that it is becoming whatever the elven term for gentrified is.
I was just trying to think of that. Yeah.
It's pure blood.
Oh my gosh.
Most of the houses resemble wooden cottages. A lot of them have oak trees and ivy, that is a luxury to be able to keep those growing in the middle of a city. Takes a lot of resources. A lot of the houses again are wooden structures. They have a lot of ivy and other masses growing on them, which for those not well schooled in Shadowrun lore, you magic people will tell you that that's a problem. Because living matter will, when you go astral or when you attempt to use spells, living matter stops you going through or penetrating a wall. So it's not just an affectation. This is protection.
That might give some problem with our scry spell.
You do see occasionally there are Knight Errant cars that are patrolling. Techno G, since it's kind of your ballywhack, you do know there are drones in the sky that are also surveilling.
All right.
Okay. You do not look out of place. You've got a nice, freshly scrubbed car. You guys, I guess, are just driving the neighborhood. So hers is on a lot by itself. Her closest neighbor is almost a city block away. Again, speaks to some extravagance of wealth here.
Yeah.
Single story. You don't know what's underground, however. No one tried to pull up city records to find out what the building is actually, registered to be inside. It looks to be empty. It has a garage. The garage door is closed. There's no car in on the street or in the driveway. There are lights on in the house, but as you drive by, no motion. She's got very large paned windows, so you can see in quite well. Lets the light in from the morning sun. There we go. So no motion, but there are lights on inside.
I would like to try and cast. I want to use my detect life and see if I can pick up if there is anyone inside or not.
How close do you have to be? Because I want to just drive casually.
Yeah, you can do it from the you can do it from the street.
Okay, so that's.
Go ahead and make that roll for me, Chuck.
That's willpower, probably mastermind, and then mage. Oh my gosh, I have to remember how to put the dice pool together. So that's 10, 6, 6, and 8. Cool. What I got plugged in?
Ooh, there's a 1. I'll take that 1.
Oh,
Oh, wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
not wonderful. That was a 1.
I did. I got my 8.
There we go. That does give you a point, which I just put on your character there. So you have 3
Okay.
that you can use there. Okay, so it works. There isn't a living person inside, but there is a hearth spirit inside.
Oh.
It's actually it very much resembles like a short, very hairy fairy type creature. It's kind of standing with its arms crossed, in that buffalo pose, and it's staring out the window. Its eyes make contact with you through the glass of the window, and it just stares you down as you drive by.
Oh man. So there's definitely some spiritual protection going on in there. So
hearth spirits are not necessarily that tough. Generally, they are employed to do things like house cleaning. They are an alarm system, though, so if it's been tasked to contact someone, it could possibly do that, but they're not very tough.
They're not. With the fact that it's actively staring us down and not tending to chores definitely makes me think that it's on guard duty of some form.
So would detect individual work on a spirit, or is that more of a living creature thing?
It's more of that's a living creature.
Okay.
So what do y'all think?
So what you do notice, however, is that her organic shield around her house isn't complete. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to penetrate. So, like the window is a magical entry that you could get through.
Yeah.
It's not completely sealed off.
All right. Well, that's one step in our favor.
Hey, Techno G, if you were to say get into her system, could you find out what kind of security she's hired? Do you think that's something that might be in there? Is it worth the risk?
The thing is, these guys are really good. We already know this. So we can't break into them. We have to find the weak link in the chain. Her, the bank, them, somebody else. I don't know. I can try it. I'm willing to try it, but it's I suspect that it's going to be tough to get in.
Yeah.
Maybe too much risk for not enough reward.
Well, we do know, I could get in magically to figure out who all was in there, which means that hopefully you can get in and poke around with your scry spell.
Yeah.
But
who's gonna pick out the spirit? That's the
maybe
question,
we don't
right?
have to. If we don't go in, maybe we don't have to. The question, we need to find out if the book is here. If she's not here, it makes me worry that she's taken the book with her. If that's the job she's actively working on.
Would we have had a chance while we were driving by to notice what any of those rooms inside look like when we were peering through the windows and saw the fairy spirit staring us down? Like, does it look like there's a den or study where one might
we're
keep
still
their
in
work
the
paperwork?
car, aren't we?
We are.
But you
That's
can
what I'm
see through the
wondering.
windows.
Okay.
I was saying the windows are large and you can see into the property.
Oh, okay.
So the largest window is a solarium type of room or a living room. But one of the smaller windows that you can see in as you round the corner, she does have an office or den. So like as you're driving, you're looking out your left side window. So we would be on the left side of the house that her study is. It's only a single story unless she's got more underground. But you can definitely see like a bookcase, a desk. It looks like a standard area where someone would do work.
Big space, big yard, tiny little house on it.
Yeah.
Seems fishy.
Is this par for the course on the size of the other houses in the neighborhood?
It is. Actually, I can give you this since you already have how much she's being paid. Most of the money probably is going into the upkeep of the gardens and yard. So that's likely why the house is small.
Her extravagance is the size of property, not the size of the house.
the
It's
amount
like-
of nature, not necessarily the domicile.
Well, what do you think I clairvoyance myself into that study that we saw and see if I see any books that look like what we're looking for?
Well, this is the reason we arrived.
As you say that, I take my rat totem mask and just pull it down over my face.
You need
So-
to bite on a stick or something, so when you get zapped by whatever's in there, you don't swallow your tongue.
Well, I'm hoping that Chuck Ivan was able to
Yeah.
get through without that direct rebuttal, right?
Yeah,
So,
I went in recklessly and didn't get hit,
Yeah.
so...
So let me ask you something, Brendan.
Mhm.
How did you envision this particular spell?
So the way that the book describes it is just kind of like seeing distant scenes as if present. And to me, that almost feels like I'm present, right? Like there's a spirit version of me kind of not necessarily able to poke around, but maybe in a corner of the room casting a glance.
I'm going to treat it something like astral projection.
Okay.
So some part of you is going to be in there, but maybe not fully.
Okay.
So you would also know, though, that does make you visible and physically interactable with the hearth spirit that's in there.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I kind of like the idea that the rat mask totem is central to that. Like my rat nose kind of starts to peer through this portal first, right? Like that's the part of me that leans forward, maybe as much as a body could lean through, but I'm risking ever more to see more, right? Like my body kind of slowly.
Sure.
And there's a window going directly into this room.
Right. And so what I would think here is, since you know that the hearth spirit will be able to see you in that form, you're maybe doing this stealthy.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see. That's it. It's gonna be the D8 for the mask.
Can I, while he's sorting that out, can I tap into local communications so that if an alert goes out, I can hear it?
Oh, sure. Basically monitoring the police bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go ahead and do that. Make me a roll.
Okay.
Since we know part of him is physically going to have to leave the car.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's astral projection. His body will stay in the car. He's just going to go limp while this happens.
Well, I was just thinking more like his spirit form is going to this spirit, this hearth spirit is staring us down right now. If a portion of him darts out of this car and goes around to the side window. So I was thinking maybe getting out and going for a slow walk while staring the spirit, or staring at the house, try and get it to look at me.
You could do that, but again, the way the house is situated, it has that living ivy over parts of it. So like as you round the corner on the street, it's going to lose contact with you. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, that's easier.
I'm going to, and just to reiterate, because last week was my first session with it, the red tokens are the karma I can spend, right?
Correct. Yes.
I'm going to spend a karma to also invoke my distinction as sneaky, greedy, and duplicitous, because I'm definitely being sneaky here.
Sure.
And that for me is an extra D6.
Oh, I forgot. Chuck, you cast a spell, you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So you have a D6 worth of strain on you right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'm prepared to roll this unless Chuck wants to try the distraction plan.
No, if I don't need to do it, then...
Okay.
Okay. Pick which one is going to be your effect die and which two are going to be your total.
Okay, and what was the total I needed to beat again?
Or
do I not know typically?
No, typically you don't, but I'll go ahead and give it to you this time. There's no specific defense. You're looking through a window. You're not having to go through the ivy, so it's a 6.
Okay.
It's not difficult.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and just use the 6 to beat it, or do I need to beat or match?
You have to choose 2 of your dice for the total,
right.
and then 1 is going to be the effect level.
No problem. The 4 and the 3 to beat it, and the 7 as my effect die.
Sure, 7's your effect die. Okay, that's good. I am going to roll to see if the creature notices. I'm not going to use my extra die there, so it's just a flat. All right, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Your effect die is 7. So you're going to get a little time, but it knows something is up, but it doesn't know where you have entered. So it's doing a sweep of the home.
Okay.
You dropped right into her den or her workspace. So your astral form can kind of tell that there is something else, another form here. It's kind of searching around. So you have a little bit of time. So where are you looking?
So
she's got a desk with a old-time terminal on it. She has a lot of actual physical books in the room. There's not a lot else. It's very Spartan. Again, with a large pane window, so a lot of sunlight comes into the room.
Okay, I'm going to try to examine not necessarily like the bookcase of books, if that's there, but rather to see if there are any individual items scattered about, not necessarily by the Spartan terminal with nothing going on the desk. I'm probably kind of quickly looking at that, discerning if anything's there, and then focusing attention around the room as much as I can in the short window.
Sure. Most of the books are thesauruses, grammar, books you would find in an editor's desk. A lot of them go back decades. Some of them look like they're hand-down heirlooms. I mean, some of them go back 100 years. So, like, she's a collector of this kind of work as well. Again, her desk is very Spartan. Got a computer here. Something you notice about the computer is that it's not networked. Oh. It has its own internal network. It's not connected to an outside network, which is kind of unusual, but maybe not so. She probably has a personal connector like you do, and this is just what she uses purely for work. Okay. So yeah, you're not finding a new novel. You're not finding a manuscript in any way, shape, or form in here.
Mostly old collectible books like someone would have in their personal collection.
Sure. So we'll say that's one action round. Now, Techno-G, you're monitoring network traffic. That's easy to do, and still being able to drive, not a problem. I see your roll there. Any combination of those dice would be successful. You lock on to the local Night Errant channel. You find it fairly easily. You are able to hear the chatter back and forth. It sounds like this area has 2 patrol cars. One goes east to west, one goes north to south. You're not hearing any particular chatter of suspicion about your vehicle being picked up. So you're monitoring. I'll give you a bonus die if something happens.
Okay.
Let you know that's going on. Gantu and Ivan, what are you guys doing?
I'll just be physically looking for anyone coming past, anything like that. Like other cars, especially, security cars.
Yeah. It's a salaryman neighborhood, so most people are at work already.
Yeah. Could I use my detect life to try and keep track of where those 2 are in the house?
Certainly. Since you already cast it, I'll let you keep the same results.
Okay.
So, you got your blips.
Yeah.
You've got his, and you've got the spirits. The spirits on the far end of the house, and it seems to be doing a circuit. It's going, it seems to be going across each wall and into each room. It is heading towards the workroom now.
Okay.
Brendan's been in for maybe a minute now. Falk has been in for about a minute.
I'll definitely, I don't know if Falk can hear me in the state, but I'll give like the spirits approaching the room you're in.
Actually, yeah, unless his astral form has no way of hearing you.
Yeah. You did say, though, that like I had some sense of impending menace with that roll, right? Like I knew my time was limited. I think I feel at this point like this is either not the room this is in or it is not here, and I'm probably out with that presence being there.
Good. You pop out. Ivan, you're able to see that one of your life forms has exited. Spirit enters the room he was. Sure, Falk, you pop out, no problem.
I just relay, and actually I'm turning my voice modulator off now, and I'm just like, there's no fucking book in there, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know where we're going to find this thing now, but she does have a terminal that isn't linked to anything.
That could be a problem.
That could.
Yeah.
So, is it worth us going in there and destroying that terminal?
You said that terminal is not unusual, though, right? Like that wouldn't be.
Yeah,
unusual.
not particular, because everybody, including you, have a personal communicator on you, which is always connected to the net. It could be if she's a focused writer or editor, she wants something with no detractions that
Sure.
has no network connection, and it's nothing more than an editing terminal. Not that unusual.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, guys, though, if she's got that there, like, what if there's another digital copy of the book on that thing? Is that gonna fall under our purview?
That's what I'm thinking. The only thing we could hope is that eventually she'd have to connect it to the system or transport the data.
Well, if she's got her
the virus would
personal
get it.
comms on it, I mean, she could just dump it off and take it to wherever she needs it.
I'm starting to think maybe we need to wait for her to make her move to bring the book in and get the manuscript and her personal shit at the same time.
Well, she's not in right now.
I know.
That's another 2 days.
I know.
That's going to put us at Friday.
So, this is,
Today is Wednesday, right?
Yeah. I don't necessarily think that we could get in there and try and wipe that terminal.
No, we'd have to firebomb the house.
We would.
I also think it's outside what we've been assigned to do.
That's what I was about to get to as well.
The thing here, like we're here, which was it's worth looking, especially if the clairvoyance would have revealed like, hey, there's a manuscript on this coffee table.
Yeah, let's go get it. But
otherwise, I feel like we were given pretty clear leads from Murloc, and
go into the building.
If those leads are wrong, can't really fault us for that.
We did our job.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm good enough to cross off that the manuscript isn't here. So the boss man did say that the manuscript was going to be in the building.
Right.
So we have to go back and look at Sylvan Institute.
There is the basement we haven't dug into.
Yeah, which seems like the most logical place it's probably going to be.
I think so.
I remember because I went up to the elevator and I saw stuff on the elevator.
Yeah.
Can we obfuscate? Well, the elevator goes down one level.
Right.
That's what you saw.
You guys also haven't been into any of the other office rooms, including Sylvia's.
Right. That's what I was trying to get into her office.
So maybe we should circle the conversation back around to doing something with the bar gas that are patrolling the yard and getting ourselves in after hours, because that's when the physical patrol's out. If we can cut the communication going out to, it's Lone Star that patrols the main office. Is that correct, Bert?
No, there are no patrols. There are 4 guards that work there that knock off.
What's the security company? That's the question I meant to ask. I'm sorry.
It's Lone Stars for the area. They don't have a particular contract with anyone else, so it's just the area.
We cut the hard lines going out. We disable the bar gas. We get in there. We toss the place gently. And
nice gentle sprinkling of a toss.
We casually lift it up and place it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, we lift it up and then we place it back exactly where we got it from, so that nobody knows that we lifted it up in the first place. Because that's the bonus. That's the extra.
Right. I mean, we've already got.
Part of it is they don't know.
Yeah, we've already got part 1 done. Now it's the big part 2.
Right.
So, ideas on how to take out some bar gas without getting noticed? I mean,
well, we don't necessarily have to take them out. We just have to avoid them.
I have an in on their network now from that fob that Falk put in. I can lock their cages so they're not released one day.
Exactly what I was thinking about.
So that's probably the best thing, and then make a quick entrance. Cameras, all the cameras are facing down to the ground. Bert?
What you found out before is like it's soft inside, hard outside. So the cameras are all focused on the gates and outside.
We lock the bar gas. We force our way in, clear the camera footage, search the basement, search the top floor and the offices, steal some coffee.
That might also be, well, we better steal 2,000 credits worth. That doesn't matter.
7 beans. Yeah, what are we doing? The real heist is the coffee, everybody. We found the gist of it, yeah.
Let's
That's
go.
100,000 million in coffee.
No wonder their security's so crappy.
Right?
Spent it all on real.
They're
coffee.
guarding the wrong thing.
Yeah. Let's just do the great coffee heist of Seattle 2020.
It's the coffee bar gas is what it is. So it sounds like we have like a few vectors of attack. The one thing that I couldn't remember from last session was you all kind of had a half-formed plan to meet some of these security guards and distract them. Would that be part of this again too?
Yeah, my buddy Fogel and I, we there's a happy hour tonight if today's Wednesday.
It is. Yep.
So I was basically invited to come hang out. So there's that. But that's after hours anyway, though, because they're not there. Remember, because like by 7 o'clock the guards leave, and that's when I'm so like they're not even there.
Okay. Yeah, that's the piece I was missing.
So
we
why don't
we could be total
7.
jerks and steal everything, and then go hang out with them just for funsies?
I was actually thinking, all else
like
fails,
this
that
plan.
gives an alibi.
Yeah.
I actually like that plan. Let's do that. Let's steal all their coffee,
Yeah.
any books that look valuable, and then Gantu can go hang out with the security guards.
Well, the other thing
Swing by
is
and pick them up later.
they know the two of us too, so we could like go hang out with them as well. Like
We just show
clients.
up like, come on, I'm a writer. I'm not going to hang out with the security.
I could see it on Gantu's face. He's like, I don't know if I want to be seen with you guys.
I don't blame.
Like,
Listen,
we walk in and he's like,
No,
"Oh,
you guys
shit."
blend in with the ambiance of the room. Sorry.
listen, Gonto. This is You're trying to get a new job. I do not blame you if you do not want us to come. Like, I am ill-mannered, and Techno-G smells a little.
Hey,
I did,
product. I
yeah.
smell like
Evan,
product.
you're right, but these other two kind of cramp my style. You know, I just need to be a free baller.
Listen, you do you. Like, we support you in your endeavors. If you get the job, you just have to pass the security codes.
Yeah, I don't think we have time for me to actually get a security gig, but
Oh, definitely not. But in future, in the future.
but I do think we have I mean, like, I'm not saying this is what we should do, but I do think we have a legitimate possibility of using that laundry van to get there during the day and maybe try to store people somewhere, like hide people on the inside, maybe something like that.
I had that thought when I scouted that out before. It's a straight handoff. The laundry people, they wheel out the new containers full of the new, linen and shit for the coffee bar, and then the
Zap
people in
them.
the building.
Drop them in the laundry, put them in the van. Somebody gets inside. And then somebody else has to stop the other van from coming.
Right.
That's easy.
But I think that can be maybe we can get into like their routing, like whatever routing service there is for the laundry. It's something like that. Be able to
Shut down their internal communication and just drive them off up here.
Yeah.
Oh, so Google GPS.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think. I mean, I think if we tried to put that into place today, it might be too late. I'm not sure because we've been here for a couple hours in the morning. So
That's not a bad idea. I'm also,
We still have tomorrow. We still have
Right.
Thursday.
yeah,
You could still go to that meeting, and then, like, I had envisioned that perhaps if you go to this happy hour with the security, that you might be able to take a print of one of their keys or something. That's
Okay.
one less thing we have to break to get in. Is we could just make a key
yeah, because
I
or
could
card or something.
take the key and hand it off to one of you, who just probably Ivan, because I don't
just
think
happens
Ivan's
to
been
be there.
noticed.
I haven't. I've stayed away.
So Ivan could just be another patron, and I could just like slide it over and.
And then if it's like a card, and he can slide it out to us in the car, and
Yeah.
we can make a copy and get it back real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Techno-G would know this from just security gigs. Likely what they have is it's not going to be a card that's that's 2020s, man. It's likely a little device, maybe in the form of a button or a tag that's essentially an RFID signal.
Like a fob or some shit.
Yeah.
You have to dig it out of his arm.
Yeah.
I can chop one of their hands off, and then we can place it on the screen.
It may be that you just have to get close enough to clone the signal, but likely you'll have to get possession of it, pull the data from it, and then get it back. But so it's possible, though, that if it's crappy tech, you just got to get close enough to them to clone the signal. You won't know until you see it.
Is it something that TechnoG could train me on?
Well, I could probably just make a thing that you wear, and then if it turns out it'll be red, and when it has all the data, it turns green, and if it doesn't, you'll have to touch it up against.
You'll have to take
whatever their thing is.
What if they pat me down for a wire, man? I don't know.
Listen, we could go about. Yeah, this is a thing we could do. We do already have a way into the grounds. We take the sewers. Technology, you disable whatever alerts going down. Now that we know there's some kind of security system down in the sewer, that gets us into the grounds. So if we lock the dogs in, go in through the sewer, then the hard part would be gaining access into the building, which is where the van could come in. We get someone in early in the van. And then we wait until nightfall, and we just open a door. Techno-G shuts down any outgoing alarm signals, and then we're inside.
I'm going to need a bigger cut of this job.
Techno-G, you're carrying a lot of weight. Listen, you got 2 magic users and a fucking tank of a dwarf.
I am a
I still think I
thief extraordinaire, sir.
I can still fabricate this thing, so he can just kind of look at it as part of his watch, and it'll say red, got to get closer, or got to, and then once it turns green, he can say, all right.
That's a good idea.
Because then
green light.
Yep.
If we do that, then we don't need to have someone sneaking in with the van.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, and that we can do that tonight for the happy hour, and then if it doesn't happen tomorrow morning, first thing, we figure out the laundry route, and then we get there first.
Okay, that gives us a couple of vectors of entry then.
Well, Gantu, if you just don't go hard on the drink, we can do the whole heist tonight.
Sorry, I beg your pardon?
Don't get too drunk.
I don't think I've ever done that in my life.
Just very short drinks. Very tiny.
So let's
splash them over your shoulder.
Techno-G, can you lock down the hounds' cages for tonight?
I believe so. I've got I'm already in their network, so I should be able to do that for tonight. And it triggers automatically, right, Bert? It's according to my notes. It's like bar guests are out in the park by 7.
Yes, around the same time that the 4 guards leave. Now, you don't know if they have a protocol where they check to make sure that the bar guests are out or not.
But it is happy hour day, so I bet they're in a hurry to go drink. Yeah. So I'll deactivate the unlock mechanism for tonight.
Just toggle the AM/PM.
Okay. Now you still have to hack back in it. What you have is a network hack die. You've got a D12 you can add to your pool to do it.
Okay.
Yep, that's what you've set up in there. Now, as far as the like the ARFID style cloning device, you can just say you do it and it offers no bonus, but you can also spend a karma point to have it exist as a thing at a D6 bonus die that gets added to the pool.
I have 2 of those right now.
May not be a bad idea to spend one on it. I mean,
I tried for the clairvoyance and it helped. So,
I'll make it it's basically making it a permanent asset or a game.
It's
scene
for
asset.
spending 1. It's good for a scene, so
Yeah.
it can get added into a pool for a scene.
okay.
Remote. I'll call it remote RFID copy. RFID clone.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop it into the thing here.
D6. All right, and then, all right. So I'm. What am I doing? Am I doing this one first?
Well, you don't have to roll for this. You just
Okay.
you just spend your point and it exists.
All right. So then I'm rolling to disengage the locks or to technically engage the locks.
Right. You want to do that this early, or do you want to wait later in the day?
I would wait later if I had a say in
but we
it.
can we just roll it now and then it's. Or you want to do
we
it chronologically?
could. The only problem if we do it now is it gives them more time to check if there's an error.
No, I mean just do the roll.
No, that's what I'm saying. But if you roll it now, it's being done now. So yeah,
right.
I mean, you can set it for a timer. I'm fine with that. You can do the hack now and set it for a timer to freeze up at 7 or right before.
Yeah,
that's fine.
We'll see how the day goes. I'll do it later.
Okay.
So let's see. Our plan right now: lock the bar gas. Gantu gets the RFID info. Sneak in through the sewer. Use the RFID to get access into the building, and then get to stealing.
Right, and hopefully that will also get us access to that basement because there's got to be something interesting.
If anyone's got access to the basement, it should be the security, right?
Well,
and if not,
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure about that.
Once
how
we're
much
in,
they trust their security guys.
That's true. Once we're
they
inside,
might have access. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, once we're inside, surely Techno G can force it.
At that point, yeah, it's just an elevator.
Because I was thinking like they might have access to the basement, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the manuscript is not within its own security of some kind.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that.
If we don't find the manuscript where we hope to, and we're curious about that basement and don't have access, I could potentially astral project with clairvoyance down there and take a look.
I didn't detect any magical security other than the bar gas, did I?
Correct. Yeah,
I don't think that they're placing any special value on this book. I think we have a special value because it's the focus of our run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I suspect it's maybe just sitting in Sylvia's office.
Well, worst case, we check that out, and then we check the basement out if we don't find it anywhere else.
I would say once we've got access
to the basement out, because that could be more pay data.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
100%.
Well, if we get the RF,
it could be a dragon. I don't know.
We can still get into the offices too. Like we can scope out offices.
Yeah, I mean, once we're in there for the night. So
right,
we'll just search everything.
That's true. The security doesn't exist at that point, and we have full reign to take our time and figure out what's going on. Hopefully.
All right, let's sleep through the day.
Oh, sure. Yeah, get a nap.
Yeah.
Get everything ready to go later on today. So what time do you want to start your run here?
It's got to be 6-ish.
The security goes away at what? We said
7.
6 or 7?
Let's I'd like to get that hack into place at the gates close at 5 and the guards are out by 7, 6. It just all we know is that the bar guests are out in the park by 7. I don't want to be late.
That's true.
So let's say 5:18.
Okay.
Looks cool on a LED.
So one little snag to this is the last time you hacked the system, you hacked it from inside, from a terminal that was inside. If you want to hack into the place from the outside, you can do it because they do have network connections, but it's going to be a little harder.
Sure.
Do you need to go in for a book meeting again?
I don't want to show up every day this week.
Yeah. You're going to be way too needy of an author.
Yeah.
I've worked with him.
This guy's going to want green M&Ms at every meet, and no
brown ones. No brown M&Ms.
No, given his family background, it's like only the most organic, holistic, bespoke, farm-to-table, artisanal beetroots will suffice.
Right. That's what you have to make the M&Ms out of.
Yeah.
No artificial flavoring or coloring.
Why do these taste like beets?
Beet flavored M&Ms. That sounds delicious.
Oh no!
What? Nobody likes beets but me? Oh, yeah, weirdos.
That's your going legit plan. You figure that out in your own time, beet farmer.
I don't gotta like them, right? They're in borscht and stuff.
So you want to do the hack from your van then?
Yeah, I guess we'll have to do it from outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't risk showing up again.
All right. Well, you can add a D12 to your pool. That's your the network hack.
Okay. Is that like for yeah, all right. Okay, so let's see here. D8 from intelligence, D12 from hacker, and technology overcomes all. That's a D6. And then the D12, the extra D12. All right.
Okay. I'm going to roll as well, and I'm going to take the extra die I have in my Doom pool. Oh, I rolled a bunch of ones.
Ooh, I rolled a 1 too, but I got a 10.
Yes, you did. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to take your 1 and give you another karma point. And now I rolled 2 1s, so you can take advantage of those two. Basically,
take that karma point back because the RFID cloner, I only had 2 before, so you should have pulled 1 from.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I'd be at 2 again.
Okay. All right. So my total is a 7. So you have to beat a 7.
Sure.
And then tell me what your action die is going to be.
I'll use the got to use the 10 and the 3, and then the 4 on the 8 for the action.
It's equal to, or actually, no, it has to be better. So yeah. So you're 10 and a 3, and you're going to use a what for the action?
The
4.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I got that 1 too.
The D8. Okay, so you've got a D8
right
for this. Okay, that sounds good. I'm just going to drag this out
that
here.
1 on the bottom too.
All right, so you're in the system, and what you find out is not that it was particularly hard to get in from the outside. I mean, they do have more of a firewall from the outside in. That took a little bit of going around, but there's another net runner in the system also trying to get in.
Oh.
So you have a little scuffle over data there, and you're able to push through. He's just the 2 1s I rolled. He's not very good. This person is not very good, but there is someone snooping around trying to get in.
Well, remember, one of my talents is I call it rig fu, and it's the art of rig-based mental combat. So had I known that, I'd have got another die.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to damage this guy, you can take my 2 1s there, which would be a D6s a piece, and I'll give you your die for that rig fu. What size is it?
It's a D8.
It's a D8. Oh, wow. 10. So D8, D10 to D12. Oh, wow. So, yeah, you can take this guy out. You can throw all that to damage. That'll push him to a D12. Might kill him, but you could take the guy out.
I come out of it. I'm like, hey, guys, there's someone else poking around the system. Can I kill him?
Yes, they are a competition, maybe. Boop.
All right. So
that's all I needed. Someone else to confirm. More corruption points, Chris.
So what happens is you force the guy to disconnect without all the safety protocols, which could result in something called dump shock, which could literally fry your brain. So depending on whatever safety precautions he has on his end, you could have just killed the guy, but you've definitely ejected him from the system.
It's like when you hit that eject button on the cassette player and it goes flying out.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to take that D8 of effect die, and we're going to put that into locking down the Barghast.
Yes.
Okay.
I like Ivan's so pragmatic. He's like, hey, it's probably competition. Okay.
Probably just some kid trying to get like the next release of whatever graphic novels sell right now in Shadowrun.
I need my manga. Dump.
He was trying to steal Ziggurat out of the Mega Maiden by these upcoming guys. Available on DriveThru RPG, along with Dan dies in the end.
And then Chris
see what happens when you try to get it free instead of paying for it? Yeah.
They say piracy is a victimless crime. Oh no, there was a victim today, gentlemen.
Nice. Okay, so you get in. You essentially just turn off the command for the cage lock to happen. So it'll skip today.
Okay, good.
All right. And you're out clean. So what else would you like to do?
I come out like, what a rush.
I killed a man just to hear him disconnect.
In my mind, I was like, there goes your safety protocols.
All right, so that's one of our task lists down.
Let's get Gantu to his date.
Yeah.
I like to think I'm finding a mirror and figuring out which way to comb my hair, and I'm studying my security guy webpage.
Would a guard part to the left or right? Let's see. What kind of guard is he?
Oh man, to the left. That's just way too formal.
Dude, are you pointing it towards your weapon, or are you trying to look less intimidating? Point to get away from your weapon.
I don't know. This is a lot of pressure, guys.
You're gonna be fine. You're already friends with these guys.
Or you part it down the middle exactly, showing that you're ready for anything.
I'm centrist, yeah, and I can go whatever you guys need.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah. So gone to prettiest himself up. Actually, no joke though. Are you going in looking professional? Is that the idea?
I'll go in. I'll look as professional. I'll try to measure my level of professionalism to what I saw Fogel, because he didn't seem like 100% professional. He seemed a little low key. Like they seemed a little. So I'm gonna go in somewhat cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's a happy hour.
Yeah. Look happy.
I'm gonna get my karaoke songs just in case they have it.
Is it Madonna, Britney, and Spice Girls?
But I will brush up on my website, because I know that I do have like my own little
your LinkedIn.
CD. So I want to have that so I remember stuff. If we get into like war stories or something like that, I can make references.
Oh
to
yeah,
where I've been.
good idea. Right, and yeah, so you've got a D6 for your website for Gantu as a professional security guy. All right, there you go. And you've also got the D6 for Fogel himself, so you've got 2 to potentially use there if you need.
Okay.
Anyone going in with him? Just not necessarily together, but a little bit behind or a little bit before.
I'll go in. They haven't seen me, so I'm just going to go in and hang in the background in case he needs backup or in case he needs to pass data over.
All right. Sounds good. This is kind of the shape of a neighborhood pub. They actually have like dart lanes of like physical darts and dartboards. They've got a lot of brews on tap. Of course, they've got the cheaper soy brews, but they've got some real stuff too. The clientele here seems to be all... Well, we shouldn't say cops. Most of them are rental cops. I mean, you do see a few uniforms from the stray Lone Star guy that just got off as well. Not many, though. And it's got a sports bar kind of vibe, too. There's a lot of screens up on the wall showing the latest Trivid fights going on, destruction derbies going on, that sort of thing. A lot of people betting. It's definitely got that atmosphere of sweat and testosterone, a little bit of loneliness.
It's like calling to me is what it is. This is actually going to be my bar from now on.
Ivan, so the bar is very big into brews. So they've got crap that's cheap, but they've also got natural brews here too. So it's not bad for your palate.
Yeah, Ivan goes with the stout because there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure. What time do you go in, Gantu? And Ivan, you're going a little bit ahead of time?
Yeah, I'm going to go in a little bit ahead.
Okay.
Just if Gantu's walking into a trap.
Sure.
How far from the Sylvan Center is the bar?
It's actually not far. It's just a couple blocks away.
Okay. And I'll go in 7:15 or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
You actually get there just a little bit behind your buddy Fogel and 3 other guys that are dressed very similarly. Mm-hmm. They've got their ties loosened. One of them just got it off completely and is dangling off his neck. And it looks like they've just gone up to the bar and put in some orders and are heading over to a table. Okay. Fogel looks up at you and says, "Hey,
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Inside, I'm like, oh, shit. Should I have worn a tie? No, I shouldn't wear a tie. I'm good.
Hey, you ever put in for that job? Hey, come and join us here.
Okay, all right. So, I'll wander up and I will like flag down whoever I can and try to assess what they're drinking and drink the same.
Yep. It looks like each of them have 2 beers. They're double fisting it. One is the cheap soy, but one of them is one of the more expensive brews.
There we go. Now we're talking. So I'll do the same. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. You got enough creds here. You guys are not like extremely wealthy, but you're not bad right now. You sit down. It's like, let me introduce you to my crew here. This is Eddie, Ed, and Ted. No relations.
Okay, Eddie. I'm Gant too. Nice pleasure to meet you, Eddie, Ed, and Ted. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Eddie and Ed just kind of nod as they get into their beer. Ted, however, kind of looks you over, gives you just a real intense scrutiny as he gulps down his cheap beer first. He slams it down and looks at you. All 4 of them are humans, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy looks like he has seen some shit. He's got a cyber eye with a scar down. Okay. His face looks like it was burned a little bit at one time, but he's had a little grafting done, so it doesn't look hideous. And on that same side of the body, the left-hand side, that hand is also a cyber hand, and he's staring hard at you. He's like, "Got you, huh?"
I put my chrome up, so you can see my chrome arm too. Yeah, got you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Didn't I serve with you in one of the? I think I served with you. He's just scrutinized. Yeah, you had a different name then, I think.
No, I'm not really. Maybe, but this is my name. Had the name since birth, But maybe I got that kind of face,
Who'd you work for? You in one of the corporate wars, or you with the poor national guys? What unit were you in?
Is there any way I can figure out which one of those options would be the best thing to say in this situation?
Well, we don't know a lot about Gantu's background. Did Gantu actually serve in any of the corporate wars or serve as a peacekeeping force?
I would say, with the way I've ended up playing Gantu, I would say peacekeeping force is probably not an unheard thing for him.
All right. Yeah. So you can just say you're part of the national. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
And it's not even a lie. It's like, maybe I just crossed paths with you.
Yeah, you never know. It was a busy time, There's a lot of crazy things, But so how y'all fixing in? Yeah, I see you got yourselves a nice cushy private gig here. It's must be a damn sight better speed than back in the day.
Teddy's like, hey, it's cakewalk. It's regular pay. Nothing ever happens. I mean, hell, they sell books. Who the hell buys books anymore?
I know, right? Books. Yeah.
I mean, he looks over, Eddie, can you even read? He's like,
Yeah. Maybe the label of a bottle or something.
I'm salt of the earth, everyone. I'm salt of the earth.
All right. So let's see how well Gantu is kind of fitting in here. Let's have a little social roll here.
Okay. Okay.
I'll spit my beer out.
Let's see. I've got I have smarter than I look. That's one of my distinctions.
Sure. As far as the approach, I mean, you're trying to fit in with a bunch of guys that are security guards and rough and tumble. So hitter actually is the most useful of those, unless you're trying to out and out sell yourself as something different.
No. I am who I am. Yeah. I mean, plus it's a security gig, so I think that would probably be beneficial anyway. So I'll do that. Would my cyber, my Chrome stuff help at all with because since the one guy also has it? Okay, so I can use one of those. So then, okay. This doesn't really seem like a strength thing, even though, unless we're like jockeying for alpha stand.
No one seems to be really. Ted seems to be thinks he might know you, and by the way, he's scowling. Maybe not in a good way, but other than that,
who doesn't like Gantu? I'm so affable.
Okay. So I'm gonna do So I got hitter D12. I've got my cyber stuff is D8, and then smarter than I look. So I'm maybe nimble in conversation or something. That's a D6. All right. Oh shit.
All right, I rolled a 1, so my total's a 5. So you only have to beat a 5.
Okay. I can hit a 5.
Yeah.
Can I? Actually, I can hit a 6. Sorry, I have 2 3s.
Sure can.
So yeah, I'll do the 2. Then I'll do the 6, and then 2 is the effect die.
Yep. And I rolled a 1. So you can either take that, you can increase your effect die. One, you can roll up to the next die, or you can bank it as a karma. Your choice.
2 seems pretty low, so I guess I'll go ahead and.
Well, it's not the 2; it's the die size. So basically,
die
it's a
size,
D6.
D6.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can bump it up to a D8.
Yep.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. So D6 is competent. D8 means like you're actually you're a good conversationalist here. Like they do start talking about these guys were all in. It looks like they were all working for the same corporation, although none of them is saying which one. During one of the last corporate wars, and so you guys are getting into war stories, and you're holding your own really well. Okay. They seem to accept you just fine. Your stories check out. The D8, that's pretty good. So you can sit here and drink with them as long as you want. They've accepted you into the Brotherhood. Vogel even says, "Well, I'm not in charge of the hiring process, but I can make sure that gets put on somebody's desk so they'll actually look at it."
I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, this cakewalk sounds delicious.
And at some point I'll probably get up and get us another round.
Okay.
And
you want to buy them around? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I do have the RFID thing, and while I'm doing that, see if I can get a sense of whether that's lighting the right color or whatnot.
Sure. So what you find out, they're all wearing the same uniform. So, if you get on with Sylvan, you got to wear their uniform, which unfortunately looks a lot like a forest ranger's outfit. But they all have a badge with, it's got the Sylvan tree on it. And you notice that whenever you lean forward to clink a beer or whatever, the closer you get to the badge, that more the little device that Techno-G made up for you starts to, light up. So you're thinking it's in the badge that they're wearing, but the signal's not strong enough to grab it just in the air. You're going to have to make contact with it.
Okay. All right.
I would be sitting at the bar. If you need a distraction, you just let me know.
Yeah, you will see Ivan back there.
Okay. So here's my plan. This is inner monologue for Gantu. I think I want to maybe just knock one of the drinks over or something, and do the classic let me just wipe down the shirt a bit. Oh, I'm so sorry, Fogel. Oh, my bad. That's on me. Oh man. All right. And I'll see if I can do something like that.
Okay, so here's the deal. If you want to pass that off with no suspicion at all, I want to roll.
Okay.
If you want to just do it and just let it fall, and possibly them notice that, hey, you're actually going for my badge, we can do it without a roll. It's up to you. It happens either way. You do it, you get the device close enough, and it will clone.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the roll.
You're gonna go for the roll. Okay.
I think I'm gonna go for the roll.
So you can grab that extra D6 for the cloner.
Okay.
You can do it, Gantu.
Thief is D8. Okay. I am smarter than I look. I still feel like that might apply. So I got the extra D6, and then I got, what else can I use here? Let's see. Agility?
Yes. Yeah, if you want to do a little sleight of hand so that as you fumble the beer, you make contact just very slightly.
Okay.
That would work.
All right. So, a couple D6s and a D8 is basically what I got.
All right.
Let's do it.
Now, Terry is a pretty astute guy, so I'm going to grab my extra die in my doom pool for this one.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Oh. All right, so my total is going to be an 18.
Okay. Yeah. So I rolled a 1, and my best total I could do is a 12.
Okay.
An effect die D6.
All right.
It was nice knowing
You do have some tokens left, so if
I
you
think
want,
I'm gonna have to burn them. Yeah.
yeah, if you want to roll extra dice from other things that you haven't already rolled or double up on a different asset, you can.
Okay. Let's see. What I'm looking at what I have.
Or you can let the roll ride.
I don't want to let that roll. He's gonna. I'm in a cop bar.
Got three of them
I'm a
red dots
criminal in a
up there.
cop bar.
Three of them red dots up there in your face.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Your tombstone's
I can
epitaph
still
is
only.
just-
I mean, I still can only pick 2, right? Like for the total.
No, you can't. If you have extra die on the screen, like if you want, you could add in that 5. And then your effect die is only going to be D4, but honestly, it doesn't matter. I mean, you do the deed so that the effect die doesn't matter. So you can spend a karma to add in the 6, and the 5.
Okay.
It's still not going to make it though. That's a 17.
Yeah, it's still 17.
So you can spend a karma to add in an extra die to the total, and you can spend karma to roll more dice.
Okay.
So if you want to spend multiple karmas, you can do that.
All right. I'll spend karma to do. Let's see. I do have a talent like for like pinpoint smashing. Like when I'm hitting stuff, I'm very target. I'm pretty accurate. So I think I'll add that. That's a D6. So I'll spend that karma there, and then.
So you can do this trickle down. So you can do it one at a time.
Okay.
So you can roll the D6 to see what the number comes up as first.
All right.
I mean, still not going to be better than a 6. So
2.
a 2. Okay.
So that'll put me at 19.
Right. And you'll have to spend another karma to add the extra dice in.
Okay. All right. So I'm spending 2 karma. That gets me to 19.
Yeah. Which will beat it.
So I guess we'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. It's close. You notice that Terry seems to be hyper vigilant when there's like any sudden moves. Like he actually was genuinely thinking that there was an attack going on. He reaches to his hip, he backs off, but then you just sorry.
I'm drinking too much, boys. It's been a while since I've been out with the boys.
All right. So Terry or Ted, as he's called here, he's calms down. Like, sorry. I've seen a lot of stuff, man.
I understand. It's on me. That's on me.
He actually pulls out his gun and lays it on the table and says, "That's why they only give me tasers anymore. I've shot a few people."
Oh shit. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. It's on me. I apologize. If the security thing doesn't work out, I understand. I got some family that might be going into a laundry business soon, so I can take care of that there shirt for you. And I'm gonna look over. I'm gonna sort of like look over to Ivan, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die." Like I'm just gonna look like just randomly looking around the room, and when I find Ivan, I want to make the face as if I'm incredibly panicked and concerned.
Okay.
Does he have a comment or
Yes.
like can
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
We're listening in the car like, oh my god.
It's a good thing you have that
These
hookup
guys
with
dying out there.
10 credits says he gets shot tonight.
When I get that concerned look, I want to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Mainly because I want to do it to cast Detect Enemies.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Give me a roll.
Yeah. Just, I want to...
you the D6 is off you. You slept in between, so that's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a D10 for willpower, D6 for mastermind, D6 for mage, and a D8 for that. So it's the same pool as earlier.
Okay.
So yeah, I can take that the 9 and the 3. I'll go big. I'll go the 9 and the 5.
Okay. Totals 9. You didn't roll any ones. Good spell. There's a lot of potential enemies out there. I mean, you're in
right.
You're in a bar that's ostensibly for law enforcement, and you've got a few warrants out for you under various names.
I guess what I was specifically looking for, is there any active threats?
No, there's not.
All right. Once I get that out, I would want to go back out and try and move some direction to give Gantu a we're okay.
Well, Gantu's going to buy another round, so
Okay, yeah.
bar.
So yeah,
Go
I would
buy another round. Yeah, and I will get the hard stuff, like whatever I like, anything to start getting them to maybe want to pull the plug on the night. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Get another round of the good expensive stuff then.
Yeah, I would definitely pass by Whisper like
I'm gonna
we're good.
expense this. Okay.
You could just whisper into your comms there, Chuck.
Oh, I guess I'm a mage. I forget that the techno is there. Yeah, I would definitely like. They're not onto you. We're good. We're Gucci.
Ivan, can you turn your mic off in the bathroom?
Listen, you have enough borscht on any night, and you will be making all sorts of strange noises.
You know, Ivan, with the way that sounded, it's a good thing we have access to a dry cleaning service, is what I'm saying.
It may be not so bad.
Thought he had a pig in there from the farm
Listen,
with him.
I am not race car driver, but there are plenty of well, that is enough of that sentence.
Gone to Techno G's device is showing a steady green, so it did clone
Okay.
the information.
Can I, while I'm at the bar, can I slide it over to Ivan?
Yeah, sure. You don't need to roll for that. No one's really paying you any attention.
Got the wire off me. I'm good now. Okay.
All right.
You don't say that out loud.
Oh shit.
And then I'll bring the booze back, and I will be as affable and apologetic as I can be. And,
Again, you did really well on that. So like they've accepted you into the Brotherhood. You guys, you talk for maybe another half hour, but you've been plying them with the stronger booze. They're really not used to it. They can afford one glass of the good stuff, and then it's just soy beer the rest of the night. So they get drunk quicker than they're expecting, and they're like, oh, yeah. Sorry there, but we got to clock in the morning, and all this richness here is just going straight to our heads. Hope you get the job. All of them, reach out their hands for a good hearty shake. Even Ted's like, yeah. I don't think I served with you before. That guy was a real dick. You're all right.
Fuck that guy. Fuck him. Yeah.
And
You get them one more round of shots, so they're.
I really kind of want to.
I'm like, come on, guys, one more. It's all. It's the least I can do. I've ruined your shirt.
They will be talked into it if you're buying. All right. So Ivan, you got a hold of Tech G's.
So where's Techno G? And Falk at? Are they waiting in the van outside?
Yeah.
Okay. I would settle my tab and I would go ahead and head out. I don't want to accidentally get pickpocketed or get caught up in anything. So,
All right. So Gantu, you get them good and loaded.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. And and so like once, and then the next time they want to try to bail, then I'll let them.
Yeah.
At that point.
What's your meta type, Gantu? Are you Dwarven?
I am Dwarven.
Okay. And no problems with the alcohol. Then you're fine.
Yeah, this is what I figured. I figured I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So are you guys going to wait for Gantu, or are you going to start the next phase? Because he's going to be in there if you bought him shots, he's going to be in there for another half hour or so.
what time of night are we hitting at?
This all took place over about an hour, so 7, 8. It's about 9.
Oh, well, we can wait for him. Yeah, we got plenty of time.
All right.
Okay.
Well, eventually
As
he'll
the
come
van
out.
stops, like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The rest of the guys just hire a cab, and they said, "Yeah, good luck. Hope to see
Hey,
you again."
boys. Yep. See you next time.
When he gets in the van, everybody.
I can hear that.
No, I turned off the mic a minute.
Okay. So I'll climb into the van.
Hey, newest Sylvan security guard.
Listen,
Man, I tell you.
You going legit on us?
you are more thief every day. I am quite impressed.
I got them guys wrapped around my finger.
You did good. Like you
steal
gave me
his
look. I
taser?
was worried, but you
I'm like secret agent out there, I'm like a
like
chameleon.
the Bond of James. You were so good.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Bond of James. What the fuck's the Bond of James? But whatever that is, yeah.
Man, now a
Weird
bad.
Russian thing.
You're just a regular sneaky McSneakerson. It's fantastic.
Very sneaky.
Yeah, let's go
Question.
steal some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question.
There he is.
Out of Fogel, Ed, Eddie, and Ted, whose badge did you clone?
I think I probably would have just done Fogel. So he was
Fogel.
the one yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I wish I would have thought about that some more. But I figure like the guy who's like definitely the guy who was like skittish is not the one to clone. I doubt they give him much. They don't even give him a gun. So Fogel would probably be there.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
He and I go back a long time.
Okay.
To 2 days ago.
If you have to steal from someone, always steal from your friends.
So as you noticed the last time you guys were doing stakeouts, the lights are left on in the building, but the park area is all dimmed. There's a couple of street lights that provide some illumination to the fenced area, but not much. The rest, this is an industrial park this time of night. There's nothing running. So it's fairly quiet. You still see a few people, walking the streets between a few of the bars, but not many.
I would definitely want to do, before we move into the next step, I would definitely want to confirm that the bar gas are still locked up with my detection spell.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Give me a roll.
Yeah. Same pool. I got a 1.
I'll take it. And let me see here what we're going to have as a versus. There's always something to roll against. There we go. 5. So need a 5 and you're fine.
Yeah, I'll take my, my 5 and my 2. So yeah.
Okay. So you do have there is a limited area that it covers, but it's enough to cover basically the ground floor. You're not sure about the second floor, but ground floor, ground area. The bar gas are there. They're in the lower hangar area, but that's where they are. They're not on the grounds. So you think they haven't been out of their cage, and they're all clumped together.
I think you are. We're good to go. There's no bad dogs running loose.
Good. And no other signs of life, at least on the ground and first floor.
Okay. Sewer?
The sewer.
Just fucking do it, man.
Let's do
I'm
it.
so pumped. I'm so freaking pumped right now.
All right, so you guys get down into the sewer. One little thing you may or may not have remembered is that you were hearing skittering the last time you were down. And now you're going in at night. So as you approach, and Techno G, the range of the camera, so you know about where to stop. And how are you going to take care of it? The camera is hardwired into the area above. It's not wireless.
Right.
But you also know you could just edit everything later, too, if you wanted to.
Yeah, 2 glitches is getting... I think if I intelligently mastermind some type of strobe to burn out the sensors so we can get there, and then with my rat teeth clippers, clip the coax cable off of it. Make it look like it was bitten through.
Hey, sounds good. I'll just let you do that. It's low end tech. It's nothing special. You shine some really bright light on the sensors, burn it out. Now, while you're doing this, however, all of you do hear the skittering. Those that you were down there before, and you've heard the tales of there being psychic rats in the sewers down here.
I thought you said it came from the speakers, guys.
That is what I thought it was. I thought it was, scary rats, stay away.
Yeah, you remembered. So you look, and the sounds are coming from a speaker. Yeah.
All right.
You want me to rat tooth through that one too with my clippers?
Nah, let them make noise.
That's fine. Keep anyone away from us. All right.
Yeah.
Let them make
Someone might
noise.
try to rob this place or something.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't want them to think it was us, because then we lose bonus.
Right.
Nice. All right, so sewer comes out. Basically, it's the underground floor that this comes out on. You were up this way. I mean, you saw where this was out before looking at the plans of the area. So this is like a parking garage. All right, you know that there's another level below this, and that's the level that you guys hadn't seen. So this is the parking garage area. Sewer lid is placed so that as the overwash from the rain kind of runs down into the parking garage, it goes down into the sewer. So it's kind of nasty. We'll just assume you guys prepared proper clothing for this. So you pop out in the parking garage. There's a couple of vans here. Two of them look like they haven't been moved in a long time. They've got oil dripping out from underneath, and it looks like it's been going for a while. So you're not sure what they use them for, but they don't use them often. There is another.
Is this the same parking garage that I was in the one time?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Would I have seen? Did I see these?
Same two. There before. I mean, there were a lot of other cars here at that time, but these were here before.
Any kind of like branding or anything on it?
Just plain white panel bands.
Okay.
What about? Is there another van?
Yep, there is another van here. Same kind of van, although this one looks like it is operational. It's been moved. It's been in use, I should say.
I wonder if that's my hacker.
Oh.
It's like dead body.
You could try to detect life in there, or I could clairvoyance in if we want to.
I was going to say, I didn't pick up anything down here, did I? Or did it? Okay.
Nope.
I do not think there's, listen, if there is thing in there, it is your realm techno, not mine. So it is not live.
I'm curious. I want to go open. I want to look at that.
It's not locked. You want to open it up. It looks like it's like a bookmobile. Maybe they do some kind of charitable thing as well. There's lines of shelves of books in the back. There's a couple of marketing materials to be handed out. That's what it looks like. There's nothing special back
here. Script in here.
Describe. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, I mean the brochures are all about like telling you about the Sylvan Society and like that it actually stretches back before all the VTAS and everything else went on. And
of course,
most of the books have to do with just indoctrinational material for youngsters.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Health sensitivity training.
Yeah. Be kind to your pointy-eared brethren, even though they are better than you. So yeah, that's it. There's a stairwell that goes up to the first floor. There's also an elevator bank.
I don't recall. Were there security cameras by the elevator?
There are security cameras pointing out of the garage, but nothing internal to the garage. So no.
Okay.
Oh, we got the run of the place somewhat.
Yeah. Shall
Where are
we
we going first?
Start with the basement?
Let's start with the offices.
Okay.
Because we suspect the book might just be sitting.
Sure.
If she's like a hard copy kind of person like I am, she just put it down on her desk and leave it.
And maybe we can
hanging fruit.
Right.
Go easy first.
You never know. We might even find something that lets us know what's down here.
Yeah. Cool. Let's go inside.
Well, if you guys will look in the documents area, there's two maps. There's Sylvan Information and then Sylvan Information Floor 2. Floor 1 is where all of you guys have been before. You've seen Floor 1. A bunch of small cubicles, a couple of elevator banks, not much else. There are two rooms. Are you guys looking at it there? So you see where it's labeled M on either side there? Yeah. Okay. So those are the two rooms that don't have windows, and they have security doors on that you guys had seen before. But other than that, everything else is open. Like all the offices to the right and left are all opened up. The doors are open. There's a lot of glass, so you can see through a lot of walls. But those two rooms in particular look like they're hardened and are not meant to be seen. The E's are elevators. There's lots of elevator banks going up to the next floor.
Do we know where her office is?
You do. It's on the second floor.
It's on the second floor.
There are 4 big offices for the 4 main editors on the second floor.
My vote would be second floor. Go search
the coffee
there.
area
Straight up there
that you guys had or is where it says C in the back there.
Okay.
That's like the break room, coffee area, cafeteria area.
Okay. Yeah, my vote's let's just go upstairs and search their office.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll get all the coffee on the way out.
Yeah.
All right. So if you open up Sylvan Information Floor 2, there are 4 large offices to each of the corners, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 slightly smaller, 5 and 6. You know, Sylvia's is number 5.
Oh.
Okay.
And that oddly looking oval thing in the middle is a statue.
Okay.
It's a hunting kind of scene. It's actually what the scene is like the Lord of the Hunt. So it's got an elf with the antlers holding on to a brace of dogs that look very vicious.
I see.
Once we get up on the second floor, I want to redo my detect life.
Yeah, this is where you couldn't reach this in the
Yeah.
lower level. Sure, go ahead.
Same pool. Shit, I got a 1, but I also got a 10, so.
All right. Let's see here. Let's see what you're going against. A 7.
Okay.
Easy enough. So you're going to have a 10. Yeah, actually, when you go up, there is one life form up here.
Listen, we are not alone up here.
Yep. It's room 2, top right corner, one of the big offices. There is someone in there. All the lights in here are on but subdued, like they've been dimmed down for the night. So there is lighting. You guys chose to come up in an elevator bank or stairs?
A bad
Stairs
decision.
stairs would make less noise, but I think we said elevator, didn't we?
Yeah, we did say elevator.
Okay, in which case, as you come out, there's the ding of an elevator, and you as you're casting that detect life, it's moving towards the door, and so as you elevator banks, open, you hear the ding. Troll sticks his head out, kind of looks dead at you as you're coming out of the elevator, and it's not like worry, but it is surprise on his face. It's like, oh, I thought everybody went home for the night. How are you all dressed? You were just in a sewer. You keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I've actually got my rat totem mask down. Like, I'm looking pretty shady.
My hair is combed exquisitely, but the rest of me looks like shit.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I am assuming, since you went in the sewers, though, that you did put on some kind of overalls or something to get nasty with.
Yeah.
Right.
Waiters.
So he looks at you guys and he's like, "Oh, you guys doing some heavy duty cleaning today, I guess."
Yeah.
Lots of terrible chemicals. You should go. It'll clear up by morning.
This is my filtration mask. It's real handy.
No problem. I'm just an aide. I'm just supposed to grab something and take it back to one of the editors. I'll be out of your hair in a minute, guys.
Better not be a physical copy of the book.
No worries. You just take your time. It's fine. We'll start in a different office.
Yes.
Right. Okay, I'm not letting you get out scot-free with this. So
We have no gear.
the first person who spoke, give me kind of a social roll for him to buy what you're. He's already halfway there, expecting that, looking at you, that you're some kind of cleaners.
I think it was Ivan that spoke first. I think.
Oh, God. Why me?
Now, everybody else did kind of chime in to kind of help it. So I'll give you a D6 extra to the pool.
Okay. So I'm going to do is a D8 intelligence, D8 grifter, and that's all I got. So D8,
actually, throw in another D6 because he's inclined to believe that you are cleaners as well.
All right, so I'm going to give.
He's not suspecting anything.
D8, D8, D6, D6.
Now, I am going to throw in one of my D6s from my pool here.
Okay.
Solid roll. Solid roll.
Not horrible.
12 is what's to beat.
So my base roll is a 12. So do I have to exceed his?
You have to exceed it. Yeah, you have to exceed the target.
I'm going to spend one of my fate points or whatever. Yeah. Yep. To include another 4. Take me up to a 16.
Okay. Yeah, but he buys it. Already predisposed, thinking you're cleaning guys. And he seems to be fine. Just goes back in the room. You hear him rooting around in some desks and a little bit of cursing as to where the hell did he say this was.
Okay.
All right.
I hope he's
but
not
you are
going
not
to get
alone.
a physical copy of a book we need to destroy.
Well, he's not in the right office.
It doesn't. We don't know the book is there.
I could smash him. Do you want me to smash him?
No, I think Falk with his rat face might be like with the mask might be enough to like get them moving. Falk, if you want to go in there and be like, we're gonna start spraying some chemicals soon.
No, we go into 5. Falk does clairvoyance.
Why don't we just look at Sylvia's office first? And then let's just not fuck with it until we have to.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I would say on the way up, we did pass 2 hardened rooms that might need a looking into at some point as well.
I am curious as well, yes.
All right. Yeah, let's go into 5 and.
Told you that's where they keep the coffee.
Yeah.
It's all about the beans.
5 is not one of the larger offices, but it is. It does have a locked door.
Should I look inside before we bother to try to?
I have this cloned RFID chip.
Oh.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, door pops. You go in again. This lady is just very Spartan. Even here at work, she keeps a very clean and orderly desk, and in a plastic wrap bag laying right on her desk are some really old looking parchment pages. Like they're unevenly cut. They're made of like pulp wood, really old, expensive paper.
I don't understand what I'm
several
saying.
inches thick, and it's just laying on her desk, wrapped in plastic.
Any kind of notation, any kind of writing on the exterior on what it is?
Sure. The first page is Spirithial, which is Elven. Does anyone read Elven?
That's you, Techno.
Techno,
I'm like,
right?
I don't even see what that is. I'm looking around. I'm like, yeah, I don't see anything, guys. I don't know.
Techno, it is paper, like made of trees.
Oh my God, they made it out of a tree?
Yes.
That's disgusting. Don't they know what a computer terminal is?
What does it say?
It says
It's dated manuscript for Aaron, the scribe. So it's dated this year.
oh my God, I just accidentally learned to spell. Kidding, Ivan, kidding.
Oh my gosh, this is not funny whatsoever. I was so excited.
It's a tome of infinite knowledge.
Listen, thank goodness I was wearing like throwaway trousers because messes.
Oh, you got that out at the bar. All right. So this is apparently the book. Right?
We have the book.
Let's not
We
get
should
my phone
plug
out.
the thing in and scrub the system again.
It really is the book. I guess did you read through it at all? Like is it got like a name
Necronomicon,
or anything?
page
Like,
1.
what was the title of the book that we had to find?
Etu
I have it up in my
Vorata
notes.
Clack to Vorata.
Yeah.
It's
All right. I know your words.
Aaron the Scribe, Mankind Revealed. It is called.
Does it have a title page? Is the title page?
If you flip through, yeah, it is the manuscript.
Fuck those.
The job
We just
is-
overthink the hell out of.
Yes, this is the things we do.
I actually start reading, and I'm like, oh my
Super
God,
suspicious.
humans did what?
Listen, do not read that. I do not know what my ancestors did, but it is based off me. It is bad.
So while you guys are doing the happy dance,
Killed-
out in the hallway, you guys hear the sound. It sounds like something heavy metal hitting the floor.
Fuck.
It's the Lord of the Hunt. Run.
Do the thing. See what it is. Falk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clairvoyance thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do it quick. My voice modulator's off again. I'm frazzled. Let's see. I'm gonna say. I almost kind of feel like it's willpower, like fighting my nervousness as my
Sure.
attribute.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. It's not my best one, but it makes sense. Mastermind, maybe. My rat mask. Distinction. Shaman? Yeah. No shaman trying that.
Shit.
It's like a 6.
Yeah. It was smooth, so I'll let it.
Okay, so thing to beat is an 8, which looks like you have definitely done. Although you got a 1 in there, I'll take that, and
Yep.
I'll throw another chip on you. Okay, so you send your spiritual eye out to look around. No, the big statue is fine. That's not what moved. And so you're poking around and you look in the room that the big troll was in. The troll he's got a power tool that's a burner. He has burned through the front of a safe and he's using a crowbar to pull the rest of it out.
Knew it. No one hires trolls as aides.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even
Suspicious
thinking
immediately,
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like we're not the only people looking to score here tonight, fellas.
Do we cut in or just go?
Whose office was he in again?
Who's number?
It's number 2.
Yeah.
I feel like what if he starts a fire and dies horribly in it?
Listen, our job was to not leave any things. The problem is now we're here stealing and he's here stealing at the same time.
So that room, according to the information you stole, is the vice president of the company, Dine Sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
could we leave him and then trigger the alarm on the way out?
Oh yeah, I could absolutely.
Oh yes, that way. Well, he's seen us.
He'll just think, but he's a criminal. What's he gonna say? No, the other criminals.
Hey, Techno G, could you do something with the security system to kill this guy? Like the building did it?
Who are you talking to?
Building actually
I don't think
yeah,
you know what.
Building has no defenses other than the bar guests.
Well, right. There's some bar guests. We just have to get them from point A to point B.
I wonder how he got in.
Yeah, how did he get in?
I hope they'll be eating this guy.
Techno G, can you do security sweep to see if you can find out how he entered?
Sure, I can just jack in here to
Yep. Since you're doing it from inside, you've already hacked the system from in here, so you can just take a look at the security system.
Scrub back through the footage. Like,
yep. He went in through the front.
He just walked right in.
He triggered. He also has one of the IDs, not to the security guys. Actually, you trace it down as to the ID that for the guy that belongs to this room, is to the vice president. Logged in, opened up the front gate, and just walked in.
Huh. He's got a copy of the actual badge of the guy whose office he's in. So we should definitely kill him.
Or listen. We
can crawl back down in the sewer like rats and alert the forces.
Yes, let's go down in sewer, release the bar gas.
I really want to see what's in their basement.
So Falk, you keep watching as well. Actually, I guess you haven't come back to tell them yet. So you're watching, and so he's like, God damn, too much noise. You see, he pulls out this incredibly large-looking hand cannon. He peeks out the door to see if you guys are looking or watching. Of course, he doesn't see anybody. So he finishes taking what's out of the safe, puts it in a secure satchel that he sticks over his back, and he starts just slowly exiting the room, looking at he can see, because there's the windows there, he can see that you guys are all in that room. So he's slowly making his way to the stairwell.
I come back from the astral projection and I'm like, he is making his way out now with whatever loot he took. And we have a very limited time to enact that very complicated plan I overheard y'all.
Did he take the elevator?
Stairs.
Fuck.
Open the gates. Let the bar guests, because he's going to step outside of the building. We're not going to step outside the building.
Yeah, we are. We have to go through the garage and then through the grounds.
Yeah, when the bar guests are eating him.
Well, we need to do it quickly.
Yeah.
Let's go downstairs and hide in those rooms we're not supposed to see into.
I do not want to be here when authorities, yes.
No, I mean, and then open the gates. He's going down the stairs. We'll go down the stairs behind him quietly. I'll unlock the gates and we'll jump into those rooms while the bar guests tear him up. And then we'll leave.
So... Okay. He came in through the front door, so why can't we just go to the parking garage, which is beneath the main floor?
That's where the bar guests are right now.
Let's let the bar guests out now.
The bar guests are in
Let the bar guests out.
No, well, the bar guests are in cages they're actually not in the parking garage.
Yeah.
I mean, they're below, but as far as you can tell, the system, they're not going to let the bar guest in the building. They're let out
into the yard.
But if he went through the front door, just let the bar guests out right now, and let's just go and go back down to the parking garage, and then we access the parking garage through, and just make a run for it, right?
Worst case, Ivan detects life, and if the bar guests haven't killed him, we figure something out.
Yeah, let's just
run him over with the van as we crawl out.
Oh yeah, we can just get to the van and drive out the gate.
The van's out. Our
I feel like we gotta
outside.
do something though. We can't have
we're arguing too much.
Yeah.
Techno G, just let out the bar gas.
Yep. All right.
I want to let's go down to the first floor because from the
Canto, did you have something to say? Sorry.
What? No. It's good.
I was going to say from the first floor, I can use my detect life to track where the bar gas are.
See, like you can
we can just look out the window.
That troll is running for the gates with a pack of bar gas behind him.
I've got 5 credits on the left one.
No time for bet. We must run.
Let's go.
Go left one.
Bar gas number 3. You can do it.
All right, so you're going to go back down through the sewer? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the idea that
everything
we're placing bets on the bar gas like they're the halftime show at an NBA game, like racing basketballs on a jumbotron or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, the red one's gonna win.
It's the racing sausage dogs.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, by the time that you guys clear the sewer and come out to where you've parked your car, which, you're not right next to the Sylvan Institute because, you're smarter than that. You can hear sirens. Lone Star descends upon the Sylvan Institute. You going to stick around, or are you just going to drive away?
Well, we got to bounce.
All right.
And I'm scrubbing any footage that might have been like I'm going through all the camera footage to make sure we didn't show up in a reflection or anything.
Okay, so you're doing this from
into
drag
Lone
me
Star
along.
Communications at all? Like just to can we get on the can we tap into the radio just to hear what's going on, or can you do that?
That would be good.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, it's anybody that's got it's not an encrypted channel, so you can do that easily enough.
Okay.
It's really like police band. You can get on.
Yeah.
So it's basically they're just responding to a break-in at the Sylvan Institute. There's no other chatter just yet. After 20 minutes or so, you do have a send for the morgue wagon.
Oh.
Listen, it's not on us.
We killed half another crew tonight.
All right. Now, so the last thing, though, if you want to try and scrub any footage where you might have appeared in, you're doing this outside the Institute.
You have to hack in.
So you're going to need to hack back in and look.
Oh, no, I was like doing it as they dragged my body along. It's fine. I'll do it from outside.
Okay. All right. Well, let's have a roll to see if you get away scot-free with that.
It's going to be hacker alertness. Yep. D8, D12.
Make the safe fall on him. Ashley had such a good idea. Make the safe fall on him.
And then
Not OSHA approved that safe.
Not OSHA approved.
there. All right. D8, D12, D6. Roll my pool.
So 10 is what you have to beat to get away scot-free.
Do some karma on that, I think.
I rolled a 1 though. So you can take that and just include an extra die, or roll another die if you want from one of your
another from like my
it can be from any of your stuff. It just has to be different from what you already rolled.
Okay. Oh well, that would be a D8. Take a D8.
Doesn't help a lot, but
no. 4, 5, 6, 7. The best I can do is 7.
How much karma do you have?
2.
Could you
7,
spend 2 to
9,
get 4 die?
That would give
Then
me
11. Yeah. If you spend 2
Yep.
karma. Also, Bert, one of those karma, you need to move over to Falk. You accidentally put 1 on me instead of Falk.
oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take 2 away from me too, because I spent them in the bar.
I spent 1. I didn't know if I had the ability to move, and it didn't look like it. So I should actually have 3 while we're doing maintenance.
Yeah.
I wrote
Okay.
it down, but
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, 11 will do it.
Cool.
Yeah. So take my 2 karma points off.
Sure. Smart that you did, because there actually was one camera on the second floor that caught you coming out of the elevators. So you basically just removed the frame just for the few seconds you showed up on it, and that's it. Okay.
One karma for that, right? Because you gave me the die.
Right. So
and
one
I
karma.
included it. Okay.
Okay, guys. Next day, it's payday.
Yeah.
Caught us like this coming out of the elevator.
So how do you want to go about this?
Straight up, head back to Murloc.
Yeah, let's go.
Lobenstein Plaza, I think.
Was there any other Lone Star chatter after, aside from calling for the morgue?
Just wrap up. Basically, Sylvan was contacted. There was an intruder on their premises. Looks like he was trying to steal some things. He was taken out by their dogs. Yeah, guy was iced.
Good. All of us show up to collect. He can't blame it on us.
Yeah, he has no problem paying out the 5K each. Although Falk wasn't on the deal originally.
Yeah,
but he's pretty happy that it was done. He throws in 2K more just because you guys did it in less than a week. He's happy with it. Now, as far as the bonus, he says, "Look, I understand that there were some things that happened last night on the facility.
we weren't even there.
That wasn't. That was not us."
And if anything, it's wonderful cover for what happened there last night.
Listen, yes, there was someone else stealing, and we made sure they got caught.
It seems to me that another crew had a job in the building because I also burned out a decker.
Well, I tell you what.
They weren't yours, were they?
No, as far as I know, there was no other run planned on the place. But I'm not the only fixer in town. Here's what I'll do. So the bonus, let's if things are clear and the destruction of the property isn't noticed in the time frame that we discussed, the end of this week, it will automatically appear in your accounts. He sets it up so that you see this is what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm well happy with what you've done. It doesn't look like anything has come back on myself or you, so hopefully we can do some more business.
Yeah, would be a thing that I would not be mad about.
I think we would be amenable to that. Absolutely. We'll have Falk with us at the beginning next time.
Yes, Falk is
needed a little extra legwork.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, he's pretty happy that there was nothing in the reports that manuscripts were burned or anything like that went missing. So there you go. End of the week. Still no word that your particular run had to do anything, but there is some things that did come out. So the 2 hardened rooms, after an investigation, there's this big dump shock story that comes out on the webs, and this is like one of the underground magazines that tells you what's really happening behind the news. The news just says there was a report in with some illicit activities at Sylvan Tower. Some arrests were made for the high-level executives after information was turned up, but it doesn't tell you why. So what ends up happening is that Sylvan was running 2 servers out of that facility that was they were acting as the middleman to launder money for a lot of Caribbean syndicates, a lot of mob groups.
Data. Yeah. Did what we gather in any way have some info on this?
Depends. I mean, you got data on the people that work there, but not on the shady dealings. But some of that might be useful.
Covered. Yeah. Huh.
So apparently the president and vice president of Sylvan were arrested for running these servers.
Only that troll had been a little slower.
Yeah. we could have came out a lot better on this.
I mean, we got all our money. We got our bonus, right?
Yeah, got the bonus. It
All
drops as it was
Paul,
said.
here's your 50 coins.
I didn't make that many puns, okay?
Yeah, I got the math right here. This is all you get.
No, barring your ghastly arithmetic,
God.
I believe I
That
get
was your
a
last
fair
50.
cut.
That's mine now.
All right. So before the next game, I have to ask each of your characters: are you going to increase your standard of living, or are you going to keep it where it is now and just have more funds available?
I'm going to keep where it's at.
All right.
Yeah. No, I mean, we don't want to draw attention to ourselves. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
The financial responsibility, I don't think, is a strong point of mine.
yeah.
All right. All right. How about you, Gantu? Are you going to follow up with the job?
I mean, I would say, considering what went down, I probably don't know if I want to work there. I'll use that as an excuse, and I'll say I got a job somewhere else. But
Yeah.
I'll still go to the next happy hour just to hang out. You know,
You
Just
made
to
some
keep
friends.
The context. You know, keep some
Yeah.
context.
So, Gantu,
Yeah.
where are you working? Oh, I got the security gig at this laundry company.
Right. So what ends up happening, you guys, you didn't quite pick up on it, is that the logs do show that Fogel came back that night and logged into one of the rooms.
Oh no!
So he's in kind of hot water, and he's looking for a new job himself now, because he can't explain that. Yeah.
Oh.
so-
I'll tell him,
Hooked up with
hey,
the cleaners.
I heard there's over at the cleaners. They're accepting applications. Just head on over. You know.
As you
But-
say that over your comms, I say, "Way to tidy up the situation there."
Oh my gosh, that's a
So
low.
Fogel's being implicated as perhaps an inside man that let the intruder in.
Let's
so,
eat on
he-
us.
Yeah, yeah. So he might be in a little bit of legal trouble, but I tell you what, Gantu, you have some contacts with this group of security specialists now for ongoing characters. So
Okay.
if you want to write that down somewhere, this is going to be a permanent D6 access.
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
All right. Cool, guys. So yeah.
We may have
the
missed
run really was not as complicated as you were making
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It really was. It was
We
very
totally did.
straightforward.
Yeah.
But
I
our
do-
first run was not complicated. It was way more complicated. We were just like, let's go this way.
I do kind of like the sneakers kind of dynamic this group has, though. We've got a little
Yep.
bit of everything, and I don't mind taking it slow when it's as fun as that. Like, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a good dynamic.
No, it worked out really nice, because what was going to happen is if you didn't do it tonight, this run would have gone down. He may or may not have gotten away with it because he didn't know about, or the group that hacked it didn't know about the bargasts. They didn't do enough
Oh.
legwork, but it would have made things complicated because security would have been heightened after Wednesday.
Okay,
So,
That makes sense.
good thing we
That was
pushed it
their-
then.
That was their Decker I got, right?
oh, that wasn't the Decker, no. But
Oh,
this
I
guy
got
was part of
somebody
the
else's.
team. Yeah.
Techno G was
No,
just on
I meant-
Usenet nuking people. It was just
Tell
some
me,
guy.
It was
some
a
guy going,
teenage kid just trying to get the
alt.binaries.tabletop. Some kid just head explode.
Well, that's what you get for waiting 5 hours for one porn picture to download.
Yeah. No, the background with that is like you did get their Decker, but the Decker was actually coming in to do cleanup. He had already gotten the vice president's log information, and you got him coming back in to clean up. So,
Well, they're gonna find his body and be like, "This was part of that deal."
yeah, eventually they'll find that body. Right. But good job, guys. Very good job. That was
It
pretty
was
good.
fun.
That was
was
good.
fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Can we
I feel
talk
bad
about?
for Ogle, though, clearly.
I feel really bad about him.
Yeah,
actually. Oh.
we should find him a job. Oh, I know. I'll hack back into the cleaning company's database, and I'll replace your ID number with his. And he technically already applied for a job.
He gets a call out of the blue with a new offer.
There you go.
If Gantu is all right with that.
I'm all right with that, but I mean, he's still
Yeah.
under legal trouble. I think it's
Right. That's the least of his
I
trouble.
think the legal trouble is more important.
He's going to need a job to pay for the lawyers. Let's be
That's
clear.
Yeah.
So what I was going to do next, this was actually adventure one in a string of adventures for a particular module. And so
Okay.
what I wanted to do is use one system to finish through a module. So we would be staying with Cortex unless anyone felt, or as a group, we felt you want to move on to the next system.
I'm cool to go with the pace you're setting here.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
happy to play through the story however you
Yeah.
see it unfolding.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. In which case, you guys are going to get some experience to level your characters then. Okay. So note these things. First of all, your lifestyle goes from a D8 to a D10. You guys are actually, your lifestyle stays the same if you choose not to be more extravagant.
Right.
But the amount of new yen you have increases now to a D10. So like you actually have a fair amount of wealth on you guys
Nice.
right now.
All right.
Okay. You have 2 increases. So pick anything from attribute, approach, asset, distinction, talent. You can either add new ones. So like 1 increases a D6, right? So like you can make a new thing at a D6, or you can bump something up one level. So
We
you
can
do
only
that
bump
for
it up
2
one
things.
level.
Right.
Okay.
So like if you're a D8, you can go to a D10, D6 to a D8, etc. Or
Sweet.
you can create something brand new at a
And we
D6.
So we have 2 of those, you said, right?
2 of those. So you have 2 of those increases.
Cool.
Like for instance, if somebody wants to make a new spell, for instance, you can burn both of those
Oh.
to make a spell at a D8 or get 2 new spells at a D6.
That's cool.
You said 2 new spells at a D6?
Yeah.
All right.
2 bumps. Each
Oh.
bump is worth a D6. So like you can make 2 new things at D6 each.
All right.
And that could be asset, distinction, talent, or
Anything.
raising. Okay, that's a
Anything.
super cool system thing. Like that's neat.
I'm going to bump my mastermind up to a D8, and then I'll find a new spell to take.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, you don't have to do it now. Just make sure you update it before we play again in 2 weeks.
Sweet.
And then in terms of assets,
Techno G, sorry. Also, I forgot. Anything that's still on the board that was unused. So you still have a D6 for a book deal with Sylvan if you ever want to do that again. So make sure you write that down somewhere.
I have it in my assets as a D6. That's what I was going to ask about.
yeah.
Is so like that originally I did that network. I made that fob, and that was like scrub our digital fingerprints, find the financial records, and then send out to a Dropbox. And that was a D8. I made that one.
Sure.
So that's a permanent one. This
Yeah.
remote RFID cloner, I didn't.
Was just
throw
for the
anything
scene.
into.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
done.
gone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then my other things that I added were the book deal and the family. So I could raise one of those.
If you wanted to and make it more of a useful thing, you can. Gontu still has his pro security guy webpage up there that can be burned at some point.
Yep. www.gantu.com.
Yeah.
Gantu securesall.com.
Lock it down. By God.
Gantusecures.it.
Ooh.
No, a nice combo service where you provide security and dry cleaning, I think.
That's it, yeah.
I'm like a security blanket.
Oh, my God.
When you've got those delicate things that you need cleaned in a secure environment, Gantu's your man.
Mhm.
Karma stays the
Sounds
same.
good, yeah.
Karma doesn't reset, so whatever's on your
Okay.
characters is what you have.
Cool.
And there we go. Successful run.
Cool.
Fantastic. Technology's got to go up, and I think. The SUV. Can I upgrade I can upgrade our ride.
Ooh.
You can designate what it is. So like if you upgrade it, remember each die gives you a thing. So it could be like for armor, it could be weapons, it could be better sensors, whatever.
I'll ponder that right now if I want to. Can you imagine? That's a whole session I didn't use my drones.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I wasn't even
Just at the
thinking.
back.
I want a whole module without smashing anything. I feel like
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
finessed this one, which is
You
even more
did.
impressive.
Yeah.
Was the face and the sneak. Like,
I
come
feel
on.
like grifter and thief might be where I have to go. Just
Maybe.
bump that shit up. I am
Yeah.
very debonair. After
Yeah.
If anything, that's what you use. Like in the Oblivion jump everywhere to level up your agility sense. Like you did the work.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
Okay.
Intelligence.
That's
All
good.
right, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll be back in
All right, guys.
2
Cool.
weeks.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2 weeks if everyone can make it. So let's go ahead and sign out. Again, I'm Bert. I am the GM and host of Steam, Steel, and Murder, a podcast for your ears only. And bluemagic.com, BLUMAGIK, and occasionally doing things here on Notorious DMG. Chuck!
Defenders of Cobalt, twitch.tv/Defenders of Cobalt. We do all sorts of live stream, but the important thing right now is to buy our zine. Dan dies in the end.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's it.
Christopher.
From Two Old Guys Games, we publish adventures for currently DCC, but we've got a couple other things planned. We have Ziggurat of the Megababy.
You muted yourself, Chris.
Chris is muted. He's talking about a Ziggurat adventure.
Man, you should hear all about this mega speed metal. Oh, I am Christopher from Two Old Guys Games, and
This information isn't for your clearance level.
I was talking to some other hackers.
There you go.
Two Old Guys Games. We have stuff available on Drive-Thru RPG, 2oggames.com, and Amazon. Ziggurat link, Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden is the current thing that we're promoting that has been called a truly metal adventure. And it runs in about 2.5 to 3 hours. Chuck's going to run it on
Wednesday
on Defenders of Cobalt.
Yup.
Right on.
Swing over and
Jeff.
check it out.
Oh, sorry.
Adventures in Lollygagging, twitch.tv/Lollygaggers. We play a bunch of different games. Catch Chuck, Bert, myself tomorrow night at 9 Central. We'll continue Vesson, and then search for our podcast, Adventures in Lollygagging. And then on Thursday, come check us out on twitch.tv/Zweihander-RPG to get more Zweihander goodness.
And Friendon.
I'm with Defenders of Kobold, and you can find me. I tried. Yeah. I'm friended on just about every social media. I'm with Defenders. I draw tabletop stuff, and I hang out with all of these people a whole bunch of places. You should join everybody's Discords and like say hi and hang out, and you'll probably end up in one of these games too. That's how I got here. And thanks for having me, everybody.
Do that. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Hey, everybody.
Night.
Hey.